Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So I have some Army Green Sequoia TRD Pro action for you. And I know I've showed these before, but this is probably, I don't know, even though I don't like to admit it, this is probably in our future at some point. You know, I mean, we do have all three car seats within our 4Runner TRD Pro. It will work, I'm sure, when baby number 3 arrives here in a couple weeks. But I can already tell that it is for sure going to be snug. And I don't know. I do wonder how long it's going to take for me to kind of lose my mind with that, to be honest, within the 4Runner. And just pull the trigger on one of these guys. So I think, if I recall correctly, they are coming out with a new full redesign for 2023. If I recall correctly, that's going to be the case. So, you know, we'll still get this 5.7 liter V8. One more time, this super dated platform. I mean, on the interior, this dates back to, you know, the previous generation Tundra, you know, on the whole interior. So it's, you know, extra ancient, if you will. But it's super spacious, right? I mean, I wish I had the keys to this one, but I've shown other videos before. I mean, you do have the two middle captain seats where you can actually walk through. And if you got a toddler, you know, they can walk through the middle seats, the second row, and actually sit comfortably in the rear, in the third row. So this does make the most sense by a long shot. It's just a matter of, you know, can you get used to the look of this, you know? And it doesn't look terrible, but I do think the 4Runner, which I'll show you that over here side by side here in a second. You know, the 4Runner just looks so much better. I'm curious to see really what the residual value of these continue to do. You know, these aren't as good as the 4Runner and Tacoma and Tundra, but I just kind of wonder what that long term for the TRD Pro, and especially in the exclusive colors here. So I'm kind of curious to see what that turns out to be here in the future. So I'll focus in on a couple aspects. The same TRD wheels, of course, that you find on the Tundra TRD Pro, which I love these BBS forged wheels, 18-inch wheels. They're awesome. The tires, on the other hand, are meh, right? You get the 275, 65, 18s here, the Michelins. But you get that glorious TRD tuned Fox suspension, you know, on all TRD Pros. Got the rigid industry fog lights, which they look good. They do look like a little bit of an afterthought, the way they're kind of thrown in there. I do think the Tacoma is the best integrated when it comes to those. You know, and this came with the refresh, the new headlight design, and the quote-unquote refresh that took place with this. You know, it doesn't look bad, but they had a lot more work to do when it came to refreshing this entire thing. A lot more work to do. And down below is where you have your adaptive cruise control, your radar, Toyota safety sense. You get the side TRD Pro badge here. Nice TRD stamped running boards. So this one is used. Can I give you a glimpse of that? It looks like just under 9,000 miles on this one. Doesn't have a price tag on it, but if I recall looking online at one point, I think they're looking for like, don't quote me, but I think like 69, which, you know, MSRP on them brand new is, you know, 67. Anywhere from 64 to 67, depending if you spec it with the TRD exhaust, which this one appears to have it. So yeah, you do get the TRD exhaust on this one. Some more TRD Pro badging on the back. The super bubbly rear tail lights, which I've expressed my love for. You can pick up the sarcasm there. A nice blacked out badging, looks great. You got another white one over here I'll share for fun. Super white, of course. You know, it's just a much more bubbly look, right? It's just, I don't know. It's hard to justify that kind of price tag for something like this at this point. But obviously, somebody justified it just fine. Yeah, and I'll show you obviously the 4Runner here. I mean, this just looks so much better. Obviously that's opinion based, of course, but a lot more aggressive lines all throughout it. Better looking headlights by a long shot. So this, I just geek out over. I just can't say the same for that Sequoia. Alright team, well I just wanted to share these with you as we drove by today. Appreciate you watching as always. Until next time.